Hi, I'm Rhonda Scher, the host of Unleashing LinkedIn, and today our guest is Stephen David Elliott, the founder and creator of ROCKSTAR Connect, and you are listening to Society Bites Radio. And I've known Stephen David Elliott, oh my gosh, I want to say 2 or 3 years, and
Oh,
I consider
5 years.
5 years. Oh my gosh. And I consider Stephen to be a friend. I'm going to just read you a little bit about his bio, and then we're just going to jump in and have some fun because Stephen has a really fun business. He's the founder and creator of ROCKSTAR Connect. And ROCKSTAR Connect brands its clients as rock stars in their industry, helping them to create local celebrity status in their sphere through live monthly meetups, networking events, and now virtual, which we're going to talk about, buffeted by a 24/7 social assistance management program, providing the latest tips and education. And he's also the author of a book entitled Mingle. What a great title is that. And the art of face-to-face networking in the digital era. Stephen lives in the Raleigh, North Carolina area with his lovely wife, Sarah, and their 2 amazing daughters. And I think there's a few four-legged friends there as well. So welcome, Stephen.
Thank you for having me on your show, Rhonda. This is very exciting.
It's so cool because I've been a guest on your virtual, what you are now calling the Three Martini Lunch, which is a virtual networking platform. So maybe what you could do, Stephen, is just tell us a little bit about, ROCKSTAR Connect and what it is that you really do with them and how you've pivoted in the era of COVID-19.
Well, ROCKSTAR Connect, our mission is to connect people throughout the United States through face-to-face networking events in a casual environment, through mixers and meetings and activities. And at the same time, we're enhancing the status of our hosts that are all over the United States as altruistic members of the community, not just business people, but people that want to help other small businesses and entrepreneurs. And we do that all live. I mean, last year we had 811 events last year. I thought we had 1,000 events, but Sarah, my wife, who's in charge of all that, said 811 events last year, face-to-face live. Of course,
I was one of your hostesses, right?
So that's right, in Temecula, California.
Which is so amazing because here's the thing that most people don't realize about your events. When you're the host or the hostess of an event, everybody that comes to that event is a potential lead for you. Those leads go back to you as the host or hostess, which is very different than some of the other networking organizations that put the events on. And you do some other cool things for the hosts. Maybe you could share a little bit about that.
Well, absolutely. I mean, our hosts, they're already rock stars. They're incredible at what they do. They utilize networking as part of the way to make meaningful connections. And, making meaningful connections also can mean meaningful money in your pocket if you know how to work with a group. The attendees of the events, they're going there for free. They love going to the events because there's no boring speakers. There's no cost to attend. And they have a great time in a low-pressure situation. They become the raving fans, the brand evangelists for the host of the events. ROCKSTAR Connect, we're like the roadies, if we're going to extend the metaphor. We are plugging in the guitars, lifting the heavy equipment to make sure that the event is a success. And, my book is, Mingle, the art of face-to-face networking in the age of the digital era, more or less. I think that's the title. But essentially, events today, if you do them consistently, not only do you get the benefit of having the event, it's all the social media attached with it, the brand awareness. 100 people may come to your event, but 10,000 people may know that you have an event, and therefore they're going to know who you are as well, which is very valuable.
Can you share a couple of success stories of some of your ROCKSTAR hosts that have had events? Because I know that you have a lot of real estate, financial people. Just,
Sure.
share a couple of those stories with us, if you would.
Oh, absolutely. We have an insurance agent who sells property and casualty, and since he's become a host, his LinkedIn has grown from 2,000 contacts to 16,000 contacts plus, which makes him an incredible connector, extremely well known. And that was because he was able to, borrow the Rockstar Connect brand and become associated with it. Like I said, all of our clients are already rock stars. They know how to utilize an event. It's not for everyone, only for people that know how to work the numbers game, basically. We have a financial advisor in Florida that in his first 3 months with the program sold a $30 million life insurance policy, which will have over $1 million in commission. So
amazing.
That happens quite frequently. But beyond that, people just make connections with other people in the program that are important in their lives. I mean, I met my wife, Sarah, at one of my own Rockstar Connect events.
I did not know that. And, the thing that I find fascinating about, doing the events and you're in North Carolina, excuse me, you're in North Carolina. So I know you're still, just starting to do some of the live events here in California. We're not there yet. But for those people that have never been to an event or don't even know what it is, I think one of the huge advantages is that it's really done for you. You didn't even mention about how the restaurants provide the finger foods. And when people register, you actually get the list of the people that show up and the people that don't show up. Can you talk a little bit more about what it's like to be at an event as the host?
Well, I mean, for the host, it's very easy. They do have to participate. As with any program, to be successful, you have to be a participant. But we get our hosts to the 95-yard line and let them run it into the end zone with our help. But we're doing all the venue management, and that's essential to make sure the venue is aware of your event and that you're on the calendar. All of the inquiries from the attendees, we handle those. If an event has to be rescheduled, we're the ones that are contacting everyone because our hosts are very busy, successful people. They can't do that. We do all the social media. We post the events online. We are, providing all the supplies that are necessary to be successful, and everything from, pens and name tags to the banner that people, put up at the event, even the fishbowl to collect all the business cards. Then afterwards, in order, to help our hosts be successful, we collect all the data from the event. That's whatever comes electronically through registration, but also the business cards that are collected at the event. And we put those in a format that our hosts can use in their CRM, but also we immediately start the process of rebooking the event and emailing all the participants, thanking them to come and encouraging them to invite other people. Because this is about growing your sphere of influence. The events themselves, they're very casual, at least in appearance to the host and the attendees, because the hard work has been done beforehand. But everyone who goes to the event is very happy because it appears structureless. And the reason why we're able to have that appearance is because it's actually very structured on the back end, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you guys do an amazing job of putting it together. And now that, COVID-19 happened, you're doing this virtually and you're calling it the 3 Martini Lunch because you're on the East Coast. So that's about the right time.
Yes, it is.
Tell us a little bit about how that works, because I've been a panelist probably a dozen times on the 3 Martini Lunch. And I can tell you that it has put a lot of business in my business, just from the people that I've met and that have reached out. And as a virtual platform, it gives people a tremendous opportunity to get in front of audiences nationwide. Can you talk a little bit about that, how it works? And also tell us how people that are interested in possibly either, watching and participating or being a host or hostess on that 3 Martini panel.
Absolutely. Well, the three martini lunch, everything is based on things we've done before in the past that are successful. And many people have gone to Zoom virtual events online or online networking events, and they are chaotic and not a lot of structure. So for anything to be successful, there has to be structure. So in our three martini lunch, which is a virtual event that we do every Tuesday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time, we use something that I call the Success is Contagious structure, where we have panelists come on, and then the first hour, we all discuss our successes with one another. Rather than emphasizing who we are and what we do, we explain what we believe is a success for our family, our friends, our business, so that people can know, like, trust, and potentially do business with us. In the second hour, I throw out a whole bunch of surprise topic questions, or one question rather, that puts everybody, on notice, and they have a lot of fun answering those questions. In fact, we've had some really good questions lately. If people do want to be on Three Martini Lunch, they can just go to our website, rockstarconnect.com. There's a place where they can make an inquiry there and see if they have what it takes to be a panelist. But anyone can be in the audience and participate in our chat.
So give me an example of some, because usually I'm on the first hour. So I actually have missed some of those questions. I know one of them you ask is, what's your superpower? But give me an example of some of the questions that you've asked and some of the most unusual answers that your guests have given.
Well, the topic that we just had this week, just to pull a topic out, was everyone, when you speak to them, especially people that are networkers and connectors and altruistic people, they say it's not about the money. What they do is not about the money. So the question that I asked was, well, if it's not all about the money, what is it about?
And what were some of the interesting answers that you got?
Well, Sarah was, my wife was convinced that everybody would give the same answer. Oh, because I like people and I like helping people, etc. I don't think, we had a lot of great answers to it, a lot of differentiation between the answers depending on, who was speaking. But if I could answer it myself, if it's not all about the money, what is it about? For me, if I can I answer the question?
Absolutely.
Okay, so for me, it's about the return on investment I get from what I do. And that return on investment is not money. It's having friends like you and other people similar to you all around the country that I can connect with, that I have friendship with. It's going on social media. Like I had a post today on social media where someone said, I've never met you before. I can't wait to meet you in person because you care so much about people. I'm dying to meet you. Well, how do you get to get posts like that? That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
That's really a great way to start your day. And I regularly get posts like that, as do our hosts. People really thanking them for connecting people together and being positive and nice and friendly. And, with what's going on in the world, isn't that a great thing?
It's amazing. And, one of the things that I love about the Three Martini Lunch is you have the chat that's on the right-hand side where people can save it or Sarah sends it out. And what I have found is that it's a great way not only for the panelists, but for the people that are, watching to be able to put their information and reach out. And I've had a number of people from LinkedIn that have said, hey, I saw you on the Three Martini Rockstar Lunch. Love to connect with you. I probably get at least a handful of people every single time. And
it's great. I sent out, we broadcast that event live to our 250 Facebook groups. So it is the potential to reach 100,000 plus people. And every week, thousands of